I'm Scott Allen Miller. It is the 17th of October, 2021. It's Sunday and our very last day in Las Piñatas before we, the family, are heading back up to, well, Managua. But then once we're done in Managua, then we'll be heading to the United States, to Los Estados Unidos. And so today was a recovery day. We partied a bit hard last night, and to keep Dominica, because once she starts drinking rum, she keeps drinking rum, and it's really bad because she will just make herself incredibly ill. So I kept drinking her rum and made myself really ill. That was great. So I mostly felt okay today, just a lot of traffic. Just, you know, as I've gotten older, my stomach cannot take it. So I always wake up and I'm just like, ugh, my stomach, and I feel terrible and I don't want to eat. So I slept in a little bit. The dogs were like, yes, sleeping in. And then pretty much spent the day relaxing, hanging out with the dogs, and watching YouTube. So it's a pretty chill day. Tomorrow we are traveling, so I wanted a chill day today anyway. So not really a big deal. And did a bunch of YouTube research, did some video editing, hung out with the kids a little bit. Dominica tried out a new restaurant since I wasn't up for going anywhere. Brought me back some food. It was actually pretty good from one of the places down on the Rotunda. And I'm getting looks. There's not that many people filming on the streets in Managua, so I'm kind of stand out. And boy, it was really kind of a quiet day. We did have a cheesecake party today because yesterday when we had the lasagna party, we just ran out of time. We never got to have it. And Dominica has now mastered cheesecakes. I mean, for real. Like the best cheesecakes any of us have ever had. By the way, I'm just going to get a shot of Black Bison here. This place is kind of off-the-hook fancy eatery here in Los Robles. And I think this is Alan's favorite restaurant in the country. So we had a cheesecake party. That was delicious. That was really kind of the only actual event that we did today. Other than that, there was a lot of packing. Dominica spent a few hours with me at just getting everything. I mean, I didn't do much, right? I just lift boxes or whatever. But she does all the packing. We have so many things compressed because we're taking almost nothing north and plan on bringing so much south with us. Because we do all of our shopping. We're going to hit the storage units and go through that as much as we can. So it's a really big whole event process trying to do all this. So we got all that ready. We're staged and basically ready to go tomorrow. Tried to get to bed at a decent time tonight because tomorrow we got to be up. I got to be up at 5 tomorrow morning, and the taxi's coming at 6, and then we have to go all the way to Managua. We have to do our COVID test tomorrow because we're not actually flying until Tuesday. Wow, it's suddenly super quiet. And by the way, this is our hotel I'm walking past right now. I will get a little selfie with the right there. And we fly on Tuesday. So in order to fly on Tuesday, that means we have to have our COVID test on Monday. And to do that, we have to be in Managua early because I'm going to walk right out into traffic here. So just zipping through, and a car behind me. It wasn't that close. No, I was just being dramatic. The COVID test can only be done in the capital. It can only be done the day before your flight, and it must be done before 11 a.m. That's a lot of things you got to put together. So we have to get up there. Really, we want to be there at 8, but we'll get there at 9. That's pretty realistic. And that'll give us a 2-hour window to get it before 11. They used to make you come back in the afternoon to pick it up. Now they email it to you digitally, which is great. So it's really not that big of a deal anymore. But so we gotta be in Managua. Now, of course, we could do the test because we don't have to wait for the results. We could come back with the taxi, stay in Las Piñatas, and go back on Tuesday for the flight. But the flight is at 10 a.m. So that's pretty early again. And if anything goes wrong, and you can get traffic jams, you can have cars break down. It's just a lot of extra risk we don't have to worry, that we would rather not have to worry about. So we're just staying. I've learned this lesson, right? You stay in Managua. That's just how you make things work. Don't try to zip across the country for a night. Can you? Yes, it's not practical. It's way too, it feels like you're doing the practical thing, but you're not. Get a hotel in Managua. Managua's not that expensive. It's more expensive than where we live, but it's not bad, right? And there's lots of nice restaurants and stuff. I love Managua. Spend some time, enjoy it, right? Like, check out like these little garden things. Like, there's so much cool stuff everywhere. I like just walking around the city. Anyway, so our plan is we're going to get up there, do our COVID test, and then have a free day. We're planning on staying at the Hotel Los Robles. Spoiler, we do. And they have a beautiful pool, they have a beautiful bar, they have a beautiful French bistro, they have all kinds of restaurants and stuff around them. It is right in the heart of Los Robles, which is one of the coolest neighborhoods in the country. It is the same area that has, it's just up from the lake. It's got, the Hilton is here. The Seminole, tons of restaurants and clubs. This is one of the high-end neighborhoods, but it's the party district. So it's a very lively place compared to, like, I would say, Bologna. Anyway, so our plan is to then have this free day, hang out at the hotel, really enjoy ourselves. I really like this place. Like, this is spot on right here. I don't know what this is. House, I guess. Really freaking nice house. Anyway, and going to just enjoy the day. There's some restaurants we want to hit, especially Pan y Vino, because the kids want, and I want, and always looking for pasta with salmon. Very hard to get salmon in general here. I mean, it's around, but it's not common on the menus. And so being able to have that as something that we really enjoy, it's a big deal. So we're going to make a point to go get that while we're there. Having the swimming pool in our hotel, being able to see a little bit of the city. Luciana's always wanting to come to Managua because she likes big modern cities, she says. And so this is her chance to do that. All these houses are fantastic. I can't believe it. Anyway, so yeah, we're just going to enjoy it. And then we get to go to bed early tomorrow, get up early on Tuesday, and really we want to be at the airport around 7 a.m., which is not terrible, but it's not fun either. But if we get there at 7, that gives us 3 hours before our flight. We have to turn in our COVID paperwork. We have to pay for our overstay, which is all planned, and we know how to do it, but it's an extra time thing. We may get interviewed, there's who knows, and the airlines sometimes give you a hard time, and we have a lot of luggage and there's a lot of us, and Dominica will always get flagged as a security thing because it just happens. And I'm just going to casually get some shots here. This beautiful courtyard behind me, so my style around here, and all the flowers. Like, this is just so many great beautiful flowers everywhere. And they actually have nice lawns here. That's a thing you don't get a lot of in Central America, is the really beautiful lawns. It's just, it's a hard thing, right, with the temperature to be able to maintain them like you would expect in colder climates. So you don't tend to. It's just, it becomes very expensive and time consuming. And it's not natural. But we see a little bit of it in Las Piñatas, but very, very little. Here you actually get a bit if you hunt around. So yeah. And then we'll be able to do everything we need to do at the airport. We'll be more or less relaxed and not having to worry about being under a lot of pressure. We will then go to Miami. We're basically doing the same thing in Miami. We could have turned around and flown on to New York the same day, but the window to do so was so tight that there was a very real risk that we would miss our ongoing flight because customs can easily take over 3 hours. It did for Paul. So we don't want to take that kind of risk. There's so much to go wrong. So we're spending a day in Miami, taking care of some utilitarian stuff we need to do there. For example, we need to eat a lot of Burger King Impossible Whoppers because that's one of the things we're all craving. So we will do that in Miami, get that done. We have some banking to do, some of the really important stuff. I like these purple flowers. We're going to get them in here. Oh yeah, right there. And then we'll be in New York on Wednesday evening. I have no idea what time we're actually getting there. Sometime on Wednesday, we will be in New York and then have nearly a week to chill out there. So I will see everybody tomorrow from the beautiful capital of Nicaragua, of Managua.